Welcome to day 82 of our school year. All right, so let's get down our beginning fraction. We have a total of 180 school days, and we are on day 82. Okay, first we have to think, is our numerator prime or composite? Well, it is even, and the only even number that's prime is the number 2, because 2 is then a factor, so we already have more than 2 factors, 1, 2, and itself. So that makes it composite. And that means we have to do the prime factorization of both our numerator and our denominator. Let's see. 180 ends in a 0, so I can divide by 5. I can get 3 groups of 5 out of 18. That leaves 3 tens, so that would be 6 times 5 is 30. 3 plus 6 is 9, so I can divide by 3. I can get 1 group of 3 out of 3, 2 groups of 3 out of 6. 12 is even, I could divide by 2. 6 is even, I could divide by 2, I get 3. 82 is even, so I can divide by 2. I get 4 groups of 2 out of 8 and 1 group of 2 out of 2. And 41, I believe, is prime. Yes, it is. So when we get to a prime number, we are done. Let's go ahead and get down our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5, and 2 times 41. Okay, let's see what we have in common here, and it looks like we just have 2. So our greatest common factor is 2. Our numerator is 41, and our denominator, 2 times 3 is 6, times 3 is 18, times 5 is 90. So let's go ahead and make our groups of 2. It does not matter what your groups of 2 look like. They do not have to look like mine, but please make sure you keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. And you have 2 in each group. Alright, the way I made my groups, I have 5 in each row, so to find my total amount of groups of 2, I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. And I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1 shaded in. Okay. Now that I've done my division with my model, I'm going to divide with my algorithm. I'm going to divide by my greatest common factor. So I'm going to divide 180 into groups of 2 and 82 into groups of 2. So I know 2 times 50 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Bring 80 up here. And let's see, 20 times 2 is 40. Numbers the same, zeros a game. More on top, no need to stop. And then 20 times 2 is 40. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add these together, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, down here, 20 times 2 is 40. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. 20 times 2 is 40. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zero's a game. And then 1 times 2 is 2. Numbers the same, zero's a game. 20 plus 20 is 40, plus 1 is 41. Okay, now we need to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Now since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to take the time to add 0 if it's just going to stay the same. So 2 groups of 0 is 0, 2 groups of 9 tenths is 18 tenths, 2 groups of 1 is 2, 2 groups of 4 tenths is 8 tenths. 82, that checks. 180, that checks with our dividend here. So our numerator is definitely 41, and our denominator is definitely 90. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Trimester 2, week 5. Today is 12, 11, 19. And our fraction for today is 41/90. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our number line. Okay, we did groups of 2. Last one we have is 37/90. 38/90 is equivalent to 19/45. That was the simplest form. We have 39/90. We have 13/30 is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. 40/90. Well, we have 4/9 is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. And then today is 41/90. There's no lines underneath because this is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. Just the line above it. All right, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.